a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done.
Madden 20. Yeah.
Extra point up and through. And we've got a tie game here, a back and forth first half. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And now running right through it. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Kendrick Bourne, the intended receiver. And it's second down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo now. He'll let this thing go for 6. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one good for 37 yards.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
That was a dangerous throw towards the end zone. Boy, did it hang up there forever. Wanted to run up there and pull it down out of the sky.
Yeah, it felt like it really should have been intercepted. Lucky to have that one back.
You've got to be more careful when you're that close to the goal line.
He'll have a first down inside the 10. It's caught by Sanders. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. The end result, 21 yards.
One of the selling points of the end route is against a quarterback, a really nice sight line to his receiver, and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. There's Garoppolo to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. 2 minutes even on the clock in the first half of Super Bowl 54.
First half.
We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. They've gotten it down to the 3, but now this is 3rd and goal. It's Coleman here. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to regain the lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down. Makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Right.
And he takes off with it. It's a fake.
Ooh. No.
Oh, and now he bowls him over. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, there's a fake, and now he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
do short here.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 30.
It's going to be hard though.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room.
Sammy Watkins, he's going to go. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
That scared me. I'm trying to cut the
practicing goal line offense all week. Let's see if they're able to capitalize here. From the gun, it's Mahomes.
No!
It's caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown.
They're gonna have me. They're gonna have
a 1-yard touchdown pass. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far. Fun to watch.
Yeah, 21
After right down the middle. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
No.
Running right through it. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal. Give yourself a lead going into the half. But if you're going to do this, you've got to have supreme trust in your quarterback. Supreme trust in the guy's going to handle the football. Because if you turn it...
And it's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. So we've reached halftime here in the 2020 Super Bowl. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half.
Whoa.
The never tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. On first down, Garoppolo. Well, that's complete to Sanders. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
situation with that one. He's just 7 of 14 throwing the football, 50%. Typically not going to get it done, is it?
And let's just make it simple, and that's exactly why they trail.
This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for the Niners. 41 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 14-yard touchdown. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. And that drive happened quickly, which is great because they scored the points, but then their defense has to come right back out on the field.
It is exciting, isn't it, for the offense to do that? The defense is saying, okay, that's cool, but let's not make it a habit. We need to get some rest sometime.
And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here.
Here we go. Watch, 21.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
From the shotgun, it's a give to McCoy. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes that are going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback with the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Still 1st and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses have a rough time getting a running game going. But boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right, you look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. We'll see Kelsey in the slot to the left. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Looking to throw, it's Mahomes. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his 2nd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Chiefs are once again going to retake the lead. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. And in the 3rd quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done enough.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
I know I ain't talking that much.
Here's Emmanuel Sanders now as he and the rest of the offense march back onto the field. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good. But there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do. You get hungrier. You get greedy in a good way.
Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. Floating one, incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass. He's got a man. Complete. Oh, and now he bowls him over. A big play there for the Niners. 52 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. To throw is Garoppolo. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end, but it'll be 2nd down.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. Touchdown, San Francisco. Kevin Coleman, his 2nd touchdown of the Super Bowl as they have taken the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. And he will get into the end zone again, and he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now we see Sammy Watkins getting ready to go again on offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. 30, the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the Super Bowl. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. That is a dangerous combination right there as we are learning quickly. Mahomes to Hill.
And think about the number of ways that they are dangerous, because Hill can run past anyone, so he can throw it all the way downfield to him. But also on the shorter catches, as we saw here, catch it underneath, catch it in front of someone, he makes a move or uses his speed, and he's still gone. Either way, he can go the distance.
And either way, good luck. Extra point right down the middle, and that will tie our game here in the 3rd. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass, and that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line.
37, 40.
Here's Emmanuel Sanders now as he and the rest of the offense march back onto the field. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting him, that's where it really becomes fun, because let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
He'll let this thing go for Sanders. That's caught inside the 20. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. Offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Levine Toilolo there to make the grab as his guys have now moved out in front. And Charles, the defender, was there. He just didn't get it.
Sometimes these plays turn into basketball in a sense, with two guys going up for the football. Which guy's going to box the other away from it and grab it?
Yeah, I know you hear it a lot, but it's just the will to get it, right?
Oh, without a doubt, the will, as well as some really nice touch on the ball that was thrown.
And some talent, too. Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
EA Sports. It's in
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
They got to kneel.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now Sammy Watkins and the rest of the offense getting set to go again. Let's see here, Charles. 6 catches, over 100 yards. Call that a pretty good day at the office.
And I love the accumulation, the catches, the yardage. That means he's having a pretty good impact on this ball game and really helping his team out in a big way.
Means he wants the football again, right?
And it's funny because some of these receivers are very vocal about how much they're getting it. Others are quieter, but they still let you know, give me the ball, I'm going to make a play.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Start the drive, has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense in every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in this Super Bowl. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Mahomes.
No, touchdown.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. It's been quite the game for him individually, a trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route, whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
Now still down 1. Here's an utterly critical extra point attempt here. And it is good. There were about 70,000 people about to turn blue from holding their breaths, but it's good, and this Super Bowl is tied.
Turn this middle.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, what a move. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Do this.
second down.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for the Niners. 53 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there, partner. I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Looking for the end zone. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. Like the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
Left.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Mahomes going to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Completion on 1st down. Here's Mahomes to throw. It's Hill, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 37. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a 1st down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again. And he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. The clock showing 2 minutes even in what's been a memorable Super Bowl 54. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Oh, Travis Kelsey unable to pull it in. And now it's 2nd down. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
They'll look to throw. He finds McCoy. And brought down, but not before they're inside the so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the point, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even
for
know
them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Now still down one. Here's an utterly critical extra point attempt here. And it is good. There were about 70,000 people about to turn blue from holding their breaths, but it's good, and this Super Bowl is tied.
Oh, not yet. Just a little bit to the first touchdown wins. If I don't make it in time.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. This one fielded at the 5.
Oh, no.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do they do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines.
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops.
That's caught inside the 20. This will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A big play there for the Niners. 58 yards. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
Four quarters not enough. We're all even and overtime in a playoff game. Awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only one period is played. We can call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
So out now comes the offense back onto the field. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The coverage good that time by Kendall Fuller. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. There's Garoppolo to throw. They'll let this thing go for Sanders. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. 2 straight incompletions. Now the pressure's really on. Last thing you want here to start overtime with 3 and out.
And I know that a few years ago when they changed the rules about overtime, it may have changed a little bit about how you go about things. But bottom line is, when you have the football, you never want to give it up. You want to make sure you get points on the board at a minimum and put pressure on the other team. This is a huge 3rd down call coming up.
Well, their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game. And boy, they did it well.
So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. He's going to loft one deep over the middle.
3 of my people.
Man, complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down. Big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the board.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Touchdown! They win the Super Bowl!
Yo, I won the Super Bowl. My heart's racing the end a little bit, but we got it. Let's go.
And the San Francisco 49ers will hoist the Lombardi Trophy as Super Bowl champions.
Like, subscribe, turn on, and post notifications if you're new.
And when this moment comes,